In the past week and a half, President Trump has issued two very unusual executive orders. One is directed at the law firm Perkins Coie, and essentially it bars Perkins Coie from entering courthouses. It strips everybody at the firm of their security clearance, and basically directs federal agencies not to work with these firms in any way. This past Saturday, a second executive order was directed at the law firm Paul Weiss, which essentially did the same thing to Paul Weiss. Now, the first Perkins Coie order has been put on hold now by a court, as the court attempts to figure out the basis for this executive order and whether there's any legal basis for it. These are, as I said, very unusual executive orders because they target law firms. And they don't target law firms because of any particular criminal action or anything that was done wrong, but rather because each of these law firms had individuals associated with cases against Donald Trump. And this is just his sort of way of payback. The question is, to what extent can a president do that? To what extent can a president take action against anybody in this country because they have offended him or they've taken action against him? We'd like to say that a president cannot do that, that citizens of the United States have certain rights, those rights are inviolable. But there are certain instances where the president can take actions against people. Security clearances are one of those. Security clearances involve a matter of national defense, and the decision to give a security clearance or not rests ultimately with the president. Now, normally there are rules and regulations that apply to everybody applying for a security clearance or who has a security clearance. If that security clearance is taken away, there's normally rights that an individual has to contest the removal of a security clearance. However, that's not what happened with these attorneys, with these two law firms. In these cases, the president just arbitrarily removed the security clearance. And that's going to be a matter of significant constitutional litigation. Can the actions of the president be arbitrary? Can they be designed to punish somebody personally? We'll have to wait and see what the courts say about that. But what it does is it pits a president's right to defend the nation against the right of an individual to conduct business. I suspect as the courts get into this, they'll find that there is no basis for Trump's order, and ultimately these executive orders will be enjoined by the courts, as other executive orders have been thus far. I guess I would like to take a second and talk about what an executive order is and what it's not. An executive order is not a law. It doesn't supplant the law. It doesn't overcome the law. Anything the president does must be supported by a law or by the Constitution. And in this case, I think we'll find out it's not.